Thank you, USD Chamber Singers and Dr. David Holthusen. Welcome. I'm Kirsten Johnson, Executive Director of the USD Alumni Association, and we're delighted you're here to help us celebrate USD's 150th anniversary. USD has a proud heritage of fostering student leaders, and tonight I'm pleased to introduce you to Yankton native Student Body President Alyssa Van Meeteren.
Hi there. Just a disclaimer before I start this. My voice is depleting very rapidly, so please don't laugh at me. It will make this just even more awkward. Okay. In establishing herself as the flagship university of the state of South Dakota, the USD founders implemented the traditions of pride, persistence, and progress that have carried this institution through her first 150 years. For a century and a half, students have been treated to a quality education within this school, in addition to learning the skills necessary for leading successful and meaningful lives. Tonight, on behalf of the current student body, I want to take a moment to welcome you all back and to thank you for creating the history and tradition which give this school its legacy and make it a home. My name is Alyssa Van Meeteren, and I'm the current president of the USD Student Government Association. For 3 years now, I have been fortunate enough to consider myself a member of the Coyote family. I spent some time this afternoon flipping through the history book produced by our outstanding Alumni Association. My, how things have changed. During my reading, I came to a couple conclusions. The first conclusion was that there is absolutely no way I could pull off the clothes or the hairstyles you guys used to don. And two, I decided that it would be almost impossible for me to attend a school that wasn't completely wired with technology. I can't imagine how you guys used to write a simple paper. I mean, going to the library, finding a book, opening a book, reading it, taking notes, and turning it into a paper. I mean, for crying out loud, all I have to do today is go to www.google.com and boom, research project complete. However, despite our somewhat different senses in fashion or means of doing our homework, I have no doubt in my mind that my peers and I would find a place in each and every one of the 150 student bodies that have attended the University of South Dakota. Changes in location, infrastructure, program development, faculty opportunities, and football fields can't change the fact that we, you and I and students to come, are all a part of the same Coyote family. A family that is rooted in tradition and excellence. Whether it's crowning a new king or queen each year at Dakota Days, attending a stroller show, which, as you all know, is a life-changing experience in itself, or picking up a weekly edition of the Volant produced by the future Al Newhars. Inside the classroom, USD professors uphold the tradition of grooming the leadership of tomorrow. Political offices throughout the state are littered with USD alumni. Pierre should have a special club for all the USD grads that have made the governor's mansion their home. I was fortunate, have been fortunate enough to spend a couple summers working in Washington, D.C. Amidst all the chaos that is the Federal Triangle, I was able to identify and work with a number of USD graduates, all of varying ages. And even though I was hundreds of miles away from Vermillion, in many ways, I felt like it was inside another USD classroom. In addition to fostering leadership in the classroom, USD has the tradition of setting new standards in athletics. I wonder what the current football team would think of playing along NFL stars such as Josh Stammer or John Kohler, both of whom graduated from USD. What would these football stars think of our recent transition to Division I athletics or the victory we earned over the University of Minnesota? They would certainly have a right to be proud of the team that served as a start to their notable careers. For 150 years, students have taken part in the tradition that exists within all departments on this campus. We owe you, the alumni, so much gratitude for building the foundation of excellence and personal achievement which has made our university thrive for so many years. Additionally, we thank you for giving us something to uphold and to push onward. Although we are separated in age and experience, perspective and opportunity, although we come from different backgrounds, chase different dreams, and find ourselves at different stages in our lives, at one point we all received an official acceptance letter to the University of South Dakota. In doing so, we joined the Coyote family. Our school will continue to grow and achieve new successes, but it will never grow out of its tradition. Students will come and go, buildings will be torn up and recreated, and developments will continue to evolve. But there are some things at the University of South Dakota that will never change. We are part of something immortal, a place that has clearly withstood the test of time, a place that will continue to stand strong in years to come, and finally, a place that we can all call home. Again, thank you for building that home and for giving my peers and I somewhere to belong.
Thank you, Alyssa. Tonight, as we celebrate the university's sesquicentennial, you'll see that there are many former student body presidents back, Mr. and Mrs. Miss Dakotas, as well as former award recipients. We're also pleased that 2 former university presidents have been able to join us this evening. Please join President Abbott and I in welcoming back Richard Bowen and his wife Connie, and Chuck Lean and his wife Susan. President Bowen, who now resides in Idaho, served the University of South Dakota from 1968 to 1976, and Dr. Lean served the university from 1977 to 1982. We certainly are glad you're here and hope you enjoy your time back in Vermilion as much as we enjoy having you. We welcome them as the newest cohorts of Golden Coyotes. Representing the class in the parade tomorrow will be Tam Uliat Baker. She was crowned Miss Dakota in the fall of 1961. The classes of 1952 and 72 are also back celebrating their reunions. And we want to also recognize our parade marshals for tomorrow's parade, Tom and Meredith Aldbrook are with us. A special welcome to all of you. And I also want to welcome some new faces to South Dakota. USD Foundation President is here this evening with us, Steve Brown and his wife Anna. And as I mentioned earlier when I introduced Alyssa Van Meederen, University of South Dakota has been a great laboratory for developing student leaders, and those student leaders go on to become state leaders, and we've had 10 university alumni become governors of South Dakota and also one in Iowa, and I'm pleased that former Governor Frank Farrar, student body president, also is here with us tonight. From the first university president, Ephraim Epstein, to today, each of the 17 university presidents have left their mark on USD. Second only to I.D. Weeks in his tenure, President James Abbott's impact on this institution is of historical significance, not just for the length of his service, but for the lasting impact he has had, the support he's been able to rally, and the pride that he and Colette have ignited in students and alumni alike. Thank you for your passion and your leadership, Jim and Colette. Tonight, we are pleased to present the 2012 Alumni Achievement Awards.